Welcome to week two of the Traveling Turtle. This week we've gone from Prince George, which is in BC, Canada, all the way to Whitehorse, which is in the Yukon territory, still in Canada. And according to Google, we've done 32 hours of driving, which is really like 38 hours of turtle driving because we go slower. Gone 2,738 kilometers or 1,701 miles in our week.
According to Google Maps.
According to Google Maps. It has been a fantastic week of beautiful sceneries and lovely towns, mountain biking, some rock climbing. We've learned a lot of the historical facts of the Alaskan Highway, and we're going to try to share some of that in the video this week because it's a fantastic story, a lot of historical value on the road we're on. So, let's see, starting at Prince George town in BC, that was a really cool mountain biking location. Beautiful scenery, lots of bugs. Anything else about Prince George? It's a really pretty location.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great place. I mean, it's kind of the intersection between the two routes going up basically the west side of BC versus the east side through Dawson City and or Dawson Creek and the Alaskan Highway. So that's where we're gonna, as we head back south, that we'll be hitting that place up again as we go back to Squamish.
Outside of Prince George, we stayed at one of these pull-offs. I think, Lauren, you found this campsite off a logging road, and we actually met a bicyclist that was camping there. He was gracious enough to share his campsite with us, and he is doing the Alaskan Highway on a bicycle.
All right, sorry, I just pressed play. My bad. Okay, go for it.
Okay, I'm Cooper. I'm 17 years old.
Dang.
I'm riding from Missoula, Montana to Fairbanks, Alaska on said bike.
This is your campsite?
Yeah, this is it for the night, man. Yeah.
That's
it
awesome.
is.
You carry that all on your bike?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, thanks.
Well, he actually flew from New Jersey to Montana with his bicycle. And then, that's where he's starting, was from Montana. And he was, when we met him after Prince George, he was about a week into his journey.
Well, the funny thing is he has this video on his phone of a bear crossing the road.
Mm-hmm.
And we see bears, we're really excited, but we're in our car.
Hey, buddy.
I can't imagine being a bicyclist and seeing a bear just on the side of the road with their cubs. Or we passed a herd of bison too, and it was at least 50 bison that
We're right on the road.
were right on the road. I don't know what I would have done as a bicyclist.
Just waited. Yeah, on an uphill slant, it's not like you can fly by them.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Exactly. They barely got out of our way as a big truck.
Mm-hmm.
We were going slow, but still. Then we made it into Dawson Creek, which is the official start of the Alaskan Highway. So we can officially say now we're doing the Alaskan Highway starting week 2. And we started off with going to the curved bridge. I'm going to butcher the name of the river, so I'm just going to say it's a historical curved bridge right on the original route. It's unique because it goes 90 degrees, so it's curved, and that was to accommodate the varying elevations of the gap that they had to span, but beautifully made. We lost the life of our drone on the bridge. Unfortunately, it went into the river, so we weren't able to recover it. We learned a lot about the Alaskan Highway construction in Dawson Creek. Lauren, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. To give a little background on the Alaskan Highway, so the Alaskan Highway was kind of, it's been an idea for quite a while, but it became kind of a necessity after Pearl Harbor in World War II. So the the furthest you could go north was essentially Dawson Creek and continuous roads. You either had to take a ferry or some kind of boat up to Alaska, or fly into a lot of the more remote places in northern Yukon or the Alaskan area. So as in the middle of World War II, 1942, they actually started construction on the Alaskan Highway after working with Canada to kind of figure out how the U.S. could help with this project. So the Alaskan Highway was built by the U.S. Engineering Corps, and it was actually an engineering marvel because it only took 9 months to complete the whole thing. To finish all of that road in 9 months is just incredible. They completed a total of 133 different bridges and 8,000 different culverts to kind of divert the water away from the road.
Next, we're going to talk about Leonard Hot Springs, which I was very excited to go to. I think it was one of the place I wanted to go on the way to Alaska. And it's this famous hot springs. I think they built them when they built the hot springs, or expanded it when they were building the Alaskan Highway, because people would rest there. And now it's just absolutely beautiful. It has a wooden walkway going out to the hot springs, and then there is a wooden deck, and then there's 2 pools. There's one that is right next to the hot spring, so it's the hottest, and then there's a lower pool that's a little murkier and it's a little colder. Absolutely beautiful. Blue waters, hot. Right next to the outlet from the hot spring, there's a little stack of rocks for people that got close enough to it. I added my own rock, so I was able to brave the heat.
Like the water temperatures get up to 128 degrees Fahrenheit. I think is what they said.
Yeah.
So pretty hot.
Yeah. Really great day.
Yeah. After that, we arrived at Watson Lake, and Watson Lake is the home to the famous Signpost Forest.
Yay!
It was really cool. I mean, this is a place that started again once during the formation of the Alaskan Highway. One of the homesick that's hard to say, homesick soldiers actually damaged a directional sign with a backhoe, and when he was repairing it, he put up his own sign that said how far to his hometown of, I think it was Danville, Illinois. So since then, I think there's now over 88,000 signs since 1942 that have been put up, and you're welcome to add your sign as you travel through. We didn't have anything to contribute, but it was still cool to see, and hopefully our videos do it justice on how many signs there really are here.
It really shows how many people have traveled through the Alaskan Highway and through this point. In Watson Creek, we stopped at the visitor center and talked to some nice employees there, and they recommended a few stops along the way to Whitehorse and beyond. And one of those was a fantastic stop at Johnson's Corner, which was for scones. Delicious scones. Very excited. Highly recommended. And another was a quick detour to Carcross, which is just off the highway and you can go back on. And she said it was gorgeous. It had a lot of historical significance with the gold rush, as well as First Nations people there, as well as fantastic mountain biking. Thanks for watching this week. Next week, week 3, where we'll travel either to Anchorage or Dawson City. We haven't decided yet, but we will definitely be in Alaska. And to close out this week, I have my animal watch count, which is currently 16 bears, including a lot of little cubs, 1 deer, 1 moose, 1 coyote or wolf, we're not sure, a herd of bison, so we counted that as like 50, and then 4 bison on other aspects, so 54 bison total.
So far, that was just in like 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how the animal count continues.
Yeah.
I'm really looking for a porcupine.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see everybody next week. Bye.